Alright, good morning. Welcome to day 2. Little nippy. Gonna work our way up here and then sort of hunt down into this valley that you guys will see behind me here. So, yeah, excuse the camera strap. I forgot the bino strap at home. But yeah, yesterday unfortunately the trigger cam went out of focus, but my boot did a great job getting some of the other shots on camera. So let's hope we can repeat that, and I hope I shoot a bit better today. So let's go hunting. Right, so that was a little bit of a hike. Turned up nothing. Saw some nice nyala, which were really cool to look at. Not on the menu, not mature at all, but just cool to see them. And to really appreciate something like this on an animal like that was super special. So we kind of just hung out there for a couple of minutes, kept eyes on them, worked our way up. We saw some warthog earlier, but we didn't pick them up again, which was weird. But it does look like kudu capital this. I was just hoping to catch a pair of curls in the morning sun, but we didn't see that happening. So yeah, onwards to the next section.
So we take it at night, you know, we build this thing up, but they're like fine tracks there next to the lodge and stuff. Yeah, guys, you guys must please be careful when you're walking from camp to your, bungalow and back. Just please be careful of the cheetah, There's been leopards and cheetah in camp. Now these oaks are nervous. They're staying in each of their own bungalow, away from the lodge. I was like, are you sure we mustn't stay two in a bungalow just to keep safe? No, you'll be fine. So on day about 3 or 4, we go and take the full mount cheetah during supper. Guys all eating dinner, sitting around the fire. And we go put it in his bathroom, just with its head sticking out. So now the guy, we have dinner, busy chatting around the fire, and obviously bring it up again. Guys, please just be careful. There's safety at all times. When you're walking, make a loud noise so the cheetah can hear. He's gonna be. You don't want to surprise the thing. You don't want to corner him because then he's gonna come for you. Yeah. So the guy, okay, he goes back to his room. Like, don't switch on the light. He starts getting undressed to go down to take a shower. Yeah, and as soon as he switches on the light to go into his bathroom, he checks the cheetah. Now obviously he's cornered in his room. Yeah, he comes running out there, flip-flops, going flying, screaming. Only his aunties on. Yeah, that was funny.
I can imagine, dude.
And obviously they're all sitting there waiting to take a nice video of him.
Oh,
but it's just a lack of camaraderie around the camp with those guys. 5 guys, all buddies, they've been buddies since they were lighties. Awesome. They went to my school together and whatnot.
And then we saw some impala and we put together a perfect stalk to get to them. I mean, the one thing that keeps blowing my mind is how good of a guide Scott Birchall is. And I've hunted with Fred too the last time I was here, and he got me exactly where I needed to be.
We'll wait here for another 2 minutes or so.
Zeg hoeveel, dat is 331.
So, 2.2.
1.2.
Oh, sorry, ja. 370 now. So we only wanted that one, okay, it's walking up now. The second from the right, the one's busy running up to behind the trees now.
Is he the one quartering away from me?
No, the one second from the right, his head's behind the tree now. He'll come out now. You see the one on the far right, Peter?
Yeah.
He's going nicely broadside. And the one is 110 yards in front of him behind the tree.
Oh, that one.
So there he's walking away from us, out.
1.2 stop?
1.5. 370.
370, yeah.
He's standing facing away from us.
I see.
He'll come out in there.
Okkelman.
Klein beetje left to right, money. So start pulling away from us. 1 second. Throw the ball back.
Bit back, please.
Yeah, aim a bit back. Okay, don't things right. Oh, what a shot, Peter. Nice hard squid, puppy.
Straight down.
Beautiful.
Distance of the shot?
370 meters. Dat is wel nog geen. Okay, well done, Peter.
Thanks, John.
Mooi.
I was able to put a perfect shot on, and it was just an awesome way to get the morning started.
You just hear the different sound. Well done. Good shot.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh yeah. Mooi piek.
That's the way to open it for the day.
Good shot. Good way to start it, yeah.
It's not often you get a setup like this, eh?
Yeah. When I was wanting to go down there, and I saw this open section, you could shoot left and stuff.
Sneaky stalk.
But the things are spakker, eh?
Ja,
they
they
were
knew
awake.
we
They
were
knew
here.
we were. Mooi shot.
Thanks, John. Goed gereind, alles doen.
Mooi gecommunicate. Yeah, that was awesome.
En hij was een sitter.
Ja. Love it, as het zo valt.
Ja, hij was awesome. Dank je jullie.
No, well done, Peter. It was a fun little stalk. Yeah. Nice to get set up like that. What a shot, Peter. Beautiful.
Out the other side, eh?
Yeah, perfect.
On the money.
Well done. Perfect.
Good. Pro guiding.
Well done.
Fine. No, that's money now.
Yeah, perfect. What also a better shot of anyhow. See, that's what we're trying to get out.
Went and Scott explained to us why they're managing these animals, because what they're basically doing is they want to shoot out the ones that haven't fully developed, because they don't want those to breed back into the group and have more of those. So if they see a bad horn pattern or bad growth, not good size, they try and eliminate those ones out of the group.
Okay, Peter, so you see, this is what we're looking for, you know, is an old ram, got a nice thick neck, worn down, horn over here, broomed off. He just doesn't have the length, you know, doesn't have the shape. And that's what we're trying to get rid of, those bad genes, eh?
Okay,
Put meat in the freezer.
perfect. Gotta do what we gotta do, man.
Good shooting.
Could you see this through the binos?
No, I was just looking at the shape, you know, they're real narrow, you know, it doesn't have much of a sweep,
Okay,
and a very small bell to him.
okay.
But I saw that thick neck and I knew it was an old ram from there.
Because the one I shot last year definitely had like more of a...
More of a sweep to him, yeah. And that's where you get your measurement, you know, where they come up, far back, and then up
Yeah,
again.
it's volume off, eh?
Yeah.
Awesome, great guiding, dude. Thank
Yeah,
you so
good way to
much.
start the
That's
day. Well done.
awesome, yeah. Rona. Okay.
Yeah, it's an old ram, eh? 5 or 6 years.
So we worked our way down and Skulk managed to get set up. Oh, hang on. Skulk managed to get set up on his one. And also he actually said, listen guys, there's a nice ram. I want to take this one. I want to get this one mounted. It's his first Impala he'd ever shot. And he absolutely planted it in its tracks, and I sort of was able to get video of it, but I didn't want to move too much because, you know, when you're set up, especially this distance, we got really close to them, so that was really cool.
That's gonna make a nice mount. He's beautiful, man. Wow. Thank you, boy. Yeah. I can see the difference. I think how much wider this one comes. Sweet like a bell.
This way, Scott. We continued working. I'm sorry, my legs are super sore. Yesterday, yeah, so we have this jackal encounter yesterday. I'm running, everybody's running. Sorry we didn't get this on video, it happened super quickly. But obviously with a predatory animal like that, you really want to just manage them as effectively as possible. So we're trying to get him, but he never gives us a shot. And while we're sort of there, we notice a group of impala, so we give them a little bit of a chance to calm down. We head back over to this incredible ridge. Oh, there we go. We head back over to this crazy ridge line. We see some ostriches off way into the distance, like 900 something meters. We look at them through the scopes, everything, and although tempting, you guys know how I feel about that specific topic. But yeah, so we didn't see anything, unfortunately, low down on the cliff, because that would have been like a 45-degree angle shot if we saw a kudu bull or something down there, which would have been magnificent. But I did win a bet, because as the ridge line is, there's a river, but it's deceivingly far. So we're standing on top of the ridge line, and we're throwing stones to see who can throw a stone clear over the river, and most people don't even make it to the actual river. So I say to Scott, the guide, I say, Scott, if I can get a stone across the river, can I shoot a kudu bull? And he says, yeah, sure. And then I absolutely just flip and give it all the zip, and I make it across the river on the first one. So that was pretty cool. So we'll see if that plans in. But anyway, after we sort of spent the morning on that ridge glassing for stuff, we head back to where we saw the impala earlier. I get set up on an anthill, and this is really where the precision rifle thing comes in. I mean, I was very much in a setup like I was now, game changer on the anthill or termite mound, ACC ready to go.
Dat ons asses there and there's a big tree just in front of us.
Ja.
Maar ik ga je terugkijken, moet ik
I'm
voor
gonna
jou,
walk out the back there now, Scott.
moet ik voor jou afnemen of
I've got a shot.
ook?
But
Right.
back.
Another one stands mooi, we'll cut another one. You at the bottom of Peter, they're running towards us. See that he's standing here down the left of Peter? Those two here, the one standing closest to us. Distance, 294.
294.
Start recording towards us on the point of the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Go down, good shot.
Two more just to the left of her.
The younger one. Good shooting, Peter.
Sorry?
Like a low barricade size. Do you have a zero stop on that thing, Peter?
I do. It's just an habit to go back to zero as soon as I'm done shooting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we spent a few minutes, first of all, having a rock chucking competition, and I might have won a kudu out of the engagement. We should actually video that into action, just as evidence. But we didn't see anything down the canyon, and Scott told us to just have a look on this side of the ridge, and we saw some impala. I was able to get set up on this anthill or termite mound, as I've been told. First one 350 meters, another group ran out, and I had quite a lot of time, so I was able to just put in my dope, and we try and memorize our dope before hunts like this. So the first one I dialed 1.5 mil, she dropped straight down in her tracks. The next one was 1 mil and also straight down in her tracks. So we're about to walk over, go get them, and then we're probably gonna break for lunch, right? We also had earlier today, which I wish you guys could have seen, but we had some camera malfunctions. We saw a jackal run up this valley, and that's the nice thing about when you come on a hunt like this to Africa. There's a lot of animals of opportunity, where all of a sudden the plan changes because you just want to eliminate that animal. So there was quite a little adrenaline kick, which was super cool, but unfortunately the way he was running, we never really got a clean shot, and every time he would stand behind some vegetation and we couldn't get a shot. But I'm super happy with these 2 shots across the valley. Again, world-class guiding by Scott. So then we sort of were just moving to a different part of the farm. Incredible sort of how the terrain and the vegetation and everything changes on this property. Now, for the guys watching this from overseas, this is a high fence property, but something you have to understand, this is 30,000 hectares. It is ginormous. They released some animals here 2 years ago. They've never ever seen them again. To give you some perspective, and they hunt this property every day, so it's enormous.
Hey, heel kleintjie. Shot. Gelukkig dat heel kleintjie shot. Fuck, ek dink jy gaan ons wel.
Dis hoekom ek nou na Murphy's toe gaan, ek het ook al vir hom gegaan.
Ja, that's in die middel.
Impact.
Net so left edge gehou.
Yeah, we drove to try and find a group of buffalo just to look at them, because I've never seen buffalo in the wild. And as we sort of driving through this old yellowwood forest, which is, it's indescribable, the beauty of this section of the farm. We start working our way up the mountain, and I must say I was blown away with the capability of the Land Cruisers and where they can drive. It's nuts. We went up this one Jeep track section, absolutely crazy, but super cool. And as we sort of make our way up to the top, we get skulk set up on some blesbuck, but they're running this way and then they're running that way, and unfortunately missed a shot clean there. But we also did see a magnificent eland bull, which is definitely something on my bucket list for the near future. And I do believe we got some video of him. I wasn't operating the camera at the time, I was just on my binos looking at him, and he was a monster. The problem also was, when I saw him, he saw us. We had the sun at our backs, which helps a lot, but what we should have had is we should have had thicker trees behind us so we didn't silhouette out like this. But we learned that. And anyway, as he ran off into the blesbuck group, and then they all pretty much scattered, and worked our way back to the truck. Didn't see much, and we're sort of driving to a different section of the farm, and I see a blesbuck lonesome by himself running at about 350 yards, and I jump off the truck, get the rifle ready, run to sort of a shooting position. My heart's racing, it's high paced, and Scotty says 337, 337. So in Afrikaans there's this thing, like the second number comes first. So if you say 337, in Afrikaans you would say 337. So I'm thinking in my head it's 370, just because how things happen. So I go, what's the chances that lines up absolutely perfectly with my dope? So I hold 1.5, I druk it as they would say, and the buck goes straight down, like instant, poof, dead.
Shot! Beautiful shot. Great shot. Great shot.
And I'm going like, awesome, great shot down this valley over a rock, like it was textbook. So I asked Scott again, what was that distance again? And he goes 337, and I go, oops, I held for 373. So the shot was going to be high, but at the angle and everything, I shot him a little bit high, but the exit wound was absolutely perfect, and he was down in his tracks. And then to close the show, pretty much as with the first day, last light, we put another stalk together on a group of blesbok. We walked straight from where I shot mine, and Skulk takes my 7th psalm because the wind's a little bit pumping, and it's amazing how the geography changes here. Like all of a sudden we go from thickish bush to on the mountain, and it looks like a savanna. It's low grass, it's wide open shots, and you can really feel the wind pumping. So he gives me his 6mm and he takes the 7 and he says, listen, let me clap this thing with your rifle, which is actually his rifle because he purchased that after the last hunt, as you guys know. And we get to about 300 yards of these blesbok, and I'm scared about the wind. Stop. No, he's toasty, so it was in the face. Skull claps this blesbok like textbook in the head at about 250.
About 250. Yeah, 250. Around 250, yeah. I think I held more like for 220. Yeah, but he's down. Yeah, it was a fun little stalk. We came up onto this plateau up here, you know, last light. We spotted these 3 rams up here and they were actually feeding towards us. The wind was completely wrong, but we thought, man, it's last light, let's give it a try. And yeah, we got within range. Skull got down on the ground, nice and comfy. And
that was pretty much how we wrapped up last night. Beautiful sunset, came back, had the most amazing braai or barbecue. That's the Afrikaans word of the day, braai. B-R-A-A-I, braai. And you gotta roll that R. Yeah, it was just, it's been so cool to sort of, due to COVID, the lodge here at Frontier Safaris has been shut down, so we've really been staying with the Birchells in their own homes and being entertained in their own homes. And I think for me that's been almost the most special part of this. They're the nicest people I've ever met. The kids have all got the most incredible manners, and I've got a lot of respect for that, and I try and behave in the same way. So it's amazing to see in the level they take it to is phenomenal. So yeah, hats off again to you guys for absolutely just blowing us out the water with everything that's going on, and it's still, the show is running like clockwork. Anyway, that was pretty much it for the day. Got one more day left of hunting, need a couple of more impala, need another ostrich, and maybe we can see if we can find that big kudu bull.